The details are disturbing. In May of 2015, Li Zhao and his business partner, Gang Yuan, got into a fight outside of a mansion in West Vancouver where they both lived. The confrontation escalated, including a hammer and a rifle, which Zhao used and shot the victim with twice. Zhao then cut up the body into 100 pieces. He was charged with second-degree murder and with interfering with a body, but pleaded not guilty to both, saying that it was an accident and that he was acting out of fear. And as for dismembering the body, Zhao says he was having hallucinations and hearing voices. But today, a judge dismissed his testimony and found him guilty of manslaughter and of interfering with a body, but said he couldn't find him guilty of second-degree murder because he didn't believe without a reasonable doubt that he had the intent to kill. Here is Zhao's lawyer speaking about the verdict and his client.
He's almost 60 years old, or very close to that. He's got a history of nonviolence, contribution to his community, both in China, together with his family, both in China, in other parts of Canada, and here. He's been a law-abiding, decent human being all of his life until that day. And indeed, even in the reasons today, you heard the judge make reference to some of his own reflective comments after being arrested, which were, what a terrible mess. Look at all of the ways this could have been different. If only I hadn't, if only he hadn't, if only I hadn't. It was this speedy, quick series of events that went from discussion to argument to altercation to death in a hurry. And that was one of the reasons that the judge had a reasonable doubt about whether he'd ever specifically intended to kill him.
Zhao's lawyer says this is the verdict they were hoping for. The case will be back in court on January 15th as the sentencing continues. Tina Lovegreen, CBC News, Vancouver.